All right, welcome back to the show. We moved outside and not far from our building, and I'll tell you, a couple of months ago when these guys first set up shop here, very, very happy people in Cole Harbour right now because there's some great food hitting the streets.
Absolutely, and everybody knows about it now because it's lined up every day. The big purple monster is called Feastro, and we are joined by Paul Fenton right now. How are you, Paul?
I'm good, guys.
Tell us about, first of all, the design philosophy behind Feastro. You guys went purple right away?
Well, actually, the history of the truck, it was Sobo in Tofino, so a lot of people recognize it as that. Before that, it was in the movie industry as a Critics' Choice catering truck. A lot of people have eaten on it at both locations, being on the Sunshine Coast in Vancouver and in Tofino. But we put a lot into it in terms of creativity. Steve is my partner Steve, as the chef, is an incredibly creative person.
He's the one stuck in the truck right now.
He is. He's turning out the amazing food.
Falls out here hanging out.
Well, let's talk about Feastro and the amazing menu, because there's a lot of food trucks around, but this really has something for everyone. How did you guys come up with the concept?
Well, we wanted to keep it as fresh and as local as possible. BC's got some amazing produce, amazing seafood. It's predominantly a seafood menu. The organics are from a Sunshine Coast farm. We were up there for the last 2 years. We just moved into Vancouver.
You guys got a nice little map of the Sunshine Coast. I mean, you guys are really ambassadors for the whole. And as a creeker, I want to thank you for that.
We've had an incredible following. We kind of got our teeth cut up there in the last couple of seasons, and we're still dealing with a lot of the suppliers from up there. Our greens are literally hand-picked every morning. First light, they're on the first ferry down. You're not going to get fresher greens than that. They are literally, the organic greens from Henry Reed Farm are amazing. They're part of virtually every dish we do.
That's really cool.
It is. It's
now
really
we've got
neat.
the tacos. What's your favorite? I have a hard time picking.
Which baby?
The prawn and prosciutto has been hugely popular. We did that just as sort of a feature on the Sunshine Coast. The halibut taco for sure was by far the most popular.
Pulled pork is quite delicious too, my friend.
It's crazy. Explain the grill on the front. Speaking of pulled pork and other deliciousness.
That is Steve's creation. His wife and he picked up the steerhead in New Mexico on a journey through the Grand Canyon, and Steve's an amazingly creative and talented chef. He's classically trained French and Italian chef. Everything is made on the truck. Nothing is out
Even
of
the yam fries?
Everything is
so
done.
Good.
They are fabulous. The smoked chipotle aioli, everything is literally handmade on the truck, and he's assembled an amazing crew as well right now. And it is, and the testimonials from people that have eaten on the truck, the diversity, the freshness is amazing.
And you mentioned tourists, and of course we get a lot of tourists here in Cole Harbour with the cruise ships and whatnot, but how happy have the locals been to have a new spot to get lunch?
I can answer that. Very.
Well, we've got an amazing we had an amazing loyal following on the Sunshine Coast. Some of those people have translated here, and then we've had people. We have one guy who has not missed one single day that we've been here.
Are you
kidding me? Most people will pick a spot on the menu and start there and work their way right through it. And it's diverse enough a menu and creative enough a menu that people aren't saying, well, I've just had one thing and that's all you're doing. I mean,
you can flip.
You guys have soup. I saw somebody just walk by with soup.
Steve makes amazing soups. We're doing one. We opened on Canada Day on the Sunshine Coast 2 years ago, and we did a prawn bisque then, and it'll be our signature then. He'll do a prawn bisque for Canada Day here as well. His seafood chowder that's on the menu today is amazing. We have people that, who've eaten all over the world.
Yet another one coming out.
Can you tell I'm hungry?
I know, really. The other thing I love about you guys that I've really noticed as well is you're establishing relationships with people when they come down here as well. You guys always take a little time to sort of talk, and that's part of the fun of this whole atmosphere is you're creating a community within a community.
Absolutely. Some of the people that we've met have not become, or have become way more than just, even friends and business associates and advisors. And it's really rewarding for us is to have that kind of rapport with both the customers and
just people.
Some of the suppliers.
Well, it's nice to finally see people sitting here having lunch every day, which is great. Thanks so much for bringing it to Cole Harbour. You can check out Feastro, the big purple truck. You can't miss it. It's parked here every lunchtime every day.
One more question. What are your hours? How late do you guys go till?
11:30 to 3, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're doing 11:30 to 7-ish on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Nice.
Love
So
it.
people can come down in the evening and have a little picnic.
We
and do
want
all
it to
that
become
kind of
that in the afternoon. People meet people and, maybe take a walk along the seawall from here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more right after this. Don't go away.
Yes, our office is literally that window right there.
Dangerously delicious food.